statistic that stuck out to me was 6 points against in 2 games, especially when shutting out Atlantic City. So, you know, this is a team that's going to get an awful lot of publicity because of their offense. They do, and they deserve it. They put a lot of points on the board, but boy, their defense is very, very good also. I think if Ocean City's going to have an opportunity here in this game tonight, the key for them is going to be ball control offense. I mean, they showed last week that they want to run the football, and that's what they're going to try to do, I'm sure, early on is try to control the ball on offense and keep it out of Caprio's hands, because it's a lot more difficult to score points if you don't have the football. So that what I would guess would be the game plan tonight.
Ocean City, on the other hand, got a good running attack from Greg Hoyle last week. He ran for 155 yards on 17 carries, scored a touchdown, set up another one. It was very difficult to bring down. It'll be a different type of defense, certainly, that he'll be facing today against Mainland Regional. So a challenge for Greg Hoyle as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, Mainland's coaches have seen the films, and just like all coaches look at film, so they know what Ocean City's going to do. They're going to try to give the ball to Bonato and Greg Hoyle and you know, mix it up a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised to see even a third running back. I wouldn't be surprised to see a fullback in the offense this week to give them an extra blocker, especially if they decide they're going to try to run the ball and you know, control the clock a little bit. I just wouldn't be surprised to see him go to a full house backfield or something along that lines.
Sean Bryce, of course, the fullback, has gained some yards too for Ocean City, and could be a factor as well in this game. The teams are exchanging handshakes and pats on the shoulder pads at the center of the field, and we'll be getting this game started very, very soon. Ocean City 1-0 with a win over Oakcrest, and Mainland 2-0. They have beaten Vineland and Atlantic City, and of course the win over Atlantic City was significant because the Vikings were expected to be one of the top teams in the American Conference as well this year. Let's see if we can pick up the Mainland band and the national anthem being played here at Mainland Regional High School. National anthem here at Mainland Regional High School in Linwood. Tom Williams along with Bud Rink, and we've got Cape Atlantic League football for you. Over 3 generations, the French family at French Real Estate, 1 Atlantic Avenue in Ocean City, has played a big role in Ocean City sports. Bob French helped found the Archie Harris Boosters and the Ocean City Hawks. Craig was a great athlete and is still using his talents to coach high school kids in basketball. David has been a major force in the Summer College Basketball League for over a decade. Contact French Real Estate 609-399-5454 when you're buying, selling, or renting. About to get started here. It looks like Ocean City will receive.
Yeah, I couldn't tell who won the toss. They didn't signal whether Ocean City won and elected to receive, or whether Mainland deferred, but the Raiders are going to receive.
Ocean City, by the way, are wearing those black pants again, with this time with the white shirts, wore the red shirts at home. Mainland all in green, and the Mustangs, the field's in pretty good shape too. It looks like Tony Darr will kick off for Mainland, and back deep will be Joe Bonato and Greg Hoyle for Ocean City.
You know, interestingly enough, the field has not always been excellent here at Mainland. Somebody mentioned that to me, how good the field looks tonight. And I think part of that's because the Raiders usually play Mainland later in the season, if my memory serves me correctly. And the field, you know, it takes a beating over the course of the year, just like any other field.
Sure. Okay, here comes the kick from Dar. It's right down the middle, a low kick. It hits at about the 15, bounces to the 10, straight up the middle is Bonato, and he's out across the 30 to about the 35-yard line. And Ocean City will put it into play there.
Straight up the middle for Bonato, and the Raiders will start with good field position, as they did last week against Oakcrest, both times on kickoffs in the opening quarter.
Ocean City on its own 35 after the return by Bonato.
You know, interestingly enough, it doesn't happen often, but the two running backs, the two key running backs for both teams, both wear the same number.
Oh, yeah.
The tailbacks both wear 20, and the other back both wear 34.
Ocean City breaks the huddle. Bonato is the back behind Bryce. Matt Lombardi starts at quarterback. Split to the right is Feeney. He's in motion right to left. Lombardi gives the ball to Bonato, drives ahead across the 35 and stretches it out to about the 38-yard line for a gain of about 3.
Let's see. 3 and 3 is only 9. So if they are going to control the ball on offense, they're going to need at least 4 yards on one play there.
You knew that math training would come in handy.
How about that?
Second and about 7, a little less than 7 for Ocean City as they break the huddle. It's windy. Not terribly windy, not as windy as it was supposed to be, overcast, a little humid, but a lot better than people thought it might be. Lombardi repositions Bryce, receivers left and right. The deep back is Hoyle. Lombardi's going to call timeout. Something's wrong, and Ocean City spends a timeout with 11:10 remaining in the first quarter to talk it over. No score, Mustangs and the Raiders. It's back and better than ever. Vince's Restaurant, 25 JFK Boulevard in Sea Isle City, offers delicious American cuisine with an emphasis on seafood. In addition to the newly restyled atmosphere of the main dining room, Vince's Restaurant can handle your parties and banquets in their private dining room. Phone Jim Henry at 609-263-4567 for more information. Plan to visit Vince's Restaurant, 25 JFK Boulevard in Sea Isle. There's a full line of brand new cars available for rent at Just 4 Wheels on the White Horse Pike in Absecon, Rio Grande Avenue in Wildwood, Route 50 in Mays Landing, and at Prairie Egan, 16th and Simpson in Ocean City. Not only do they have the car you're looking for, they also have conversion vans, trucks, minivans, and 15-passenger vans. Be smart, rent at Just 4 Wheels, serving South Jersey for more than 25 years in Absecon, Wildwood, Mays Landing, Ocean City, Berlin, Lakewood, and Brooklyn, New York. They're open 8:30 a.m. until 7 p.m. Just 4 Wheels, 645-8077, 522-0049. Ocean City breaks the huddle. Second, a little less than 7 to go. Bryce, the fullback. The ball goes to Hoyle. He's hit in the backfield and falls ahead for maybe a yard to the 39-yard line. A pickup of about 1. And Ocean City third and long. Third and about 6 at its own 39-yard line.
Kevin Gallagher makes the stop from his outside linebacker position. I think they moved the ball, maybe a half a yard. You give him a yard, Tom?
Maybe. It's third and long for sure.
I wasn't sure if the Raiders had enough players on the field last. That's maybe why they called timeout.
They're going into a little bit of a wind here, too. There's a slot now to the right. Bryce shifts to the left. The deep back is Bonato. Lombardi back to throw. Hit from behind and driven down. And Mainland will be getting the football, a punting situation, as driven to the ground. Was that Antoine Lewis?
I believe it was.
6'2", 228-pound junior makes the sack back at the 30-yard line, and it's a punting situation. Chris Curran comes on to kick.
Yeah, it just kind of blew right on through, and Raiders had no chance at all. Lombardi he couldn't even look downfield.
Curran gets the snap, gets the kick away, floats it downfield. Again, it's into a wind. It's caught at the 40, avoids the first tackle, gets across the 40 to the 42. Dan Boudreau with the return. And Mainland will put it into play on its own 42-yard line. Its first possession of the game. Mustangs a high-powered offense. As you said, 82 points, averaging 41 points a game. That's second best in the Cape Atlantic League to Holy Spirit, who's averaging over 50 points a game.
Yeah, and that's not exactly what Mark Implazio was hoping for, a 3-and-out series, including a sack and having to punt into a pretty stiff wind here on the first series.
Caprio in the shotgun. Back to his left. He's set to throw. Swings it out to Boudreaux, the swing back. And I don't know if it was a lateral or not, but everybody's playing it out just to be sure. And he is actually tackled back at the 35, so I guess that was a lateral. And making the stop for Ocean City was Mike Freeze.
You know, a lot of times in practice, the way that play works is that the players know it's a lateral. It's a pass behind the line of scrimmage. The Raiders do the same thing. And that's why when the pass is incomplete, they're going after it right away because they practiced it so often and they know it's lateral.
That's right. Here's a second down play. A flag comes in just before the snap. A motion, I think, or movement against against Mainland.
Not what the Mustangs wanted to do to start with either. -8 yards on the first play on that little swing pass thing, and then, or laterals we called it. And then the motion penalty beyond that. We got some
Second down.
Second down and a lot for Mainland. They're all the way back to their own 30-yard line. Handoff inside and out across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Picking up some yardage is Tony Darrow, the 5'10", 191-pound senior.
Play where Caprio holds the ball a little bit, read the defense, and then makes a decision on what he wants to do, and he's able to pick up about 8 yards on the carry, maybe 7.
So it's third down for Mainland. They're at their own 37-yard line. They've got to get across the 50. It's third and about 15, 16 yards to go. Caprio waits the snap. Drops back to throw. Getting some pressure. Swings it out left side. The pass is complete to Davis. He's hit by one, avoids him, but only gets to the 42-yard line. And back almost to the original line of scrimmage, and Mainland looking at a punt.
Good defense by Ocean City, and again, they're going to need that gang tackle, a well-designed play by Mainland to get the ball to Davis, and just 4 or 5 guys there on defense in order to make the stop.
Frank Champion back to punt for Mainland, probably the biggest punter in the league, 6'5", 222. Good athlete, also plays basketball for the Mustangs. Hoyle and Bonato back for Ocean City. Champion has some time. It's a low kick. It comes directly to Hoyle. He catches it at the 20, reverses his field. He's at the 25, at the 30, and he still fighting for extra yardage. Might have gotten close to the 35-yard line.
Raiders use Bonato and Hoyle to return punts and kickoffs, and sometimes not a good idea, but if they're your best athletes in those positions in high school.
Well, if there's one thing Ocean City's had trouble with in the last, 6 years or so, is getting a good return back. So maybe you have to go with the best. And they're two very elusive runners.
The 35-yard line is where Ocean City will take over.
It's 1st and 10. Ocean City on its 35. Officials stop the clock. Not sure why. Ocean City was at the line of scrimmage.
Mainland player tying his shoes.
I don't know.
Yep.
I guess that was it. That was Casey Dillon. Had to tie the shoe. All right, the deep back is Bonato. Ocean City. Receiver to the left. Curran, the quarterback now. And Bonato is hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back 5 yards. Spotted at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, as we mentioned, we've talked a lot about Mainland's offense, but the defense is very, very tough. And, the Raiders sported a nice running game last week and gained a couple 100 yards on the ground. And, Mainland's defense probably better than Oakcrest's, but, they're still hoping to run the ball.
Ocean City does have a bigger offensive line. They are big this year. And hoping to take advantage of that. Here's motion. They pitch the ball to Hoyle coming right. He's hit again in the backfield, drives out to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. Good pursuit by Mainland. Mike Weatherby among those who got through and slowed down Hoyle.
Yeah, 3 green shirts against 1 white blocker, and that's usually not going to spell good things for the ball carrier who's saw Mike Weatherby's green shirt, and Weatherby wrapped his arms around him, made a real nice tackle, and again, no gain.
3rd and 10, the ball at the 35-yard line. Ocean City breaks the huddle. Kimball to the right, Feeney in the slot, Hoyle's the deep back, Bryce the fullback. Curran, the quarterback in this series, takes the snap, play action, back to throw, settles into a pocket, floats it for nobody. Somebody ran the wrong pattern. Feeney was in the center of the field, and Kimball had cut off him across the center of the field. The pass went to the sidelines, incomplete. So it'll be a punting situation again for Ocean City.
Yeah, either somebody ran the wrong pattern or Chris Curran threw the ball to the wrong spot. One of them obviously made the mistake. I think the pass was intended for Feeney, and Feeney was running a little post pattern there at the end of his route, and Curran threw the ball to the sideline, so a little miscommunication there for sure.
Boudreaux back at his 30. Snap to Curran, gets it away, floats it down toward the right side away from Boudreaux, but he chases it down at about the 30. It avoids the first man, the second man. There's a flag on the play, and he gets out to about the 40-yard line.
2 flags, actually, probably both for the same hold against the defense.
He was almost back there by himself, it looked like. I thought maybe it was a face mask or something. And they are pointing in the direction of Mainland. It is a hold. You are correct, sir. And he's going to take it back inside the 25-yard line.
You like to think I could see that hold from about 140 yards away into these bright lights?
Anybody that has approach shots as good as yours has to be able to see from a distance.
That explains why I saw the referee's preliminary signal.
All right, so nothing's happened here. If you're just joining us, you haven't missed anything. three plays and a punt, 3 times. Now Mainland takes over with 5:52 remaining in the first quarter. They're back on their own. Where are they?
10-yard line.
That far, huh? Well, a little across the 10. Looks like it's about the 12. Mainland trying to get something going. Caprio hands the ball off inside and bursting out across the 15 to about the 16 or 17-yard line. That was Evans on the carry. Saeed Evans, 5'7", 150-pound senior. Here's the first baseball score of the day. The Marlins lead the Mets 1-0. We'll keep you posted on that, as well as other high school scores in the Cape Atlantic League throughout this broadcast. 2nd and about 2.5 yards to go for the Mustangs. Caprio waits the snap, takes the ball, hands into the line again, and again some yardage picked up, this time a first down off the right side. Evans again on the carry for Mainland, stopped by Bob Gansert, but he gets the first down. Out to where? The 36-yard line? 37
26.
Maybe? Right, 26.
26, yep.
First down of the game.
Yeah, you know, gave that baseball score. That slide that I saw in that Mets game last night was one of the best I've seen this year.
I was wondering if he went out on the baseline.
There is no baseline in foul territory.
Okay. Here's the handoff. No, keep by Caprio. He's off the right side. He's got room, and he's got a first down out across the 40 to the 42-yard line for a first down. A big play by Brent Caprio. Really the first play. He's been handing the ball off. He tried a couple of passes, but that's the first time we've seen him run, and he showed a little burst of speed there.
Yeah, it looks like about, what, a 15-yard gain. 26 to the...
Yep. 16.
40, yep.
Out to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, it's that play last night. That was just that's what baseball is all about. Actually, you mentioned George Landis at the top. I saw George Landis in high school make a play like that right here on this field in
baseball or football?
In baseball when he was a sophomore in high school.
Wow.
And it won the game.
The official stop clock here again. Mainland Ocean City wants a timeout. Ocean City calls time. with 4:33 remaining in the first quarter. Mainland has a first down on its own 42. We're scoreless. Ocean City Home Bank prides itself on being a full-service bank with a caring touch. Every member of their staff is dedicated to customer service, from checking to online banking. Ocean City Home Bank has the banking knowledge and products you need. With sponsorship of scholarship funds, after proms, and other youth-based activities, Ocean City Home Bank proves its dedication to the next generation. Ocean City Home Bank is your community bank, serving the community for over 110 years. Locations in Ocean City, Marmora, Linwood, Ventnor, Egg Harbor Township, Absecon, Margate, and coming soon to Mays Landing. Ocean City Home Bank is your community bank. You'll like the way they do business at the Thomas H. Heist Insurance Agency. They're coastal insurance specialists with over 35 years experience. Flood, boat, auto, life, health, they offer it all at the Heist Agency. They're at 700 West Avenue, Ocean City, 7809 Atlantic Avenue, Margate, and the Egg Harbor Township in the Providence Professional Park. Also online at heistagency.com. Mainland, 1st and 10 on its 42. Keep rolling left. Caprio throws a little pass and overthrows, trying to get it to Casey Dillon, and it's incomplete.
Raiders in a man-to-man defense that time. Mainland with about 4 receivers out. Actually, looking downfield in one-on-one coverage was Kyle Davis, who's really the favored receiver, but they threw underneath and just unable to connect to Casey Dillon. Make it a 2nd and 10. Mainland with the ball on the 41-yard line. No score here in the first quarter.
2nd and 10 from the 42-yard line. Caprio awaits the snap. Keeps. Hits off the left side. Drives across the 45 to maybe the 47-yard line. And he stopped there. It'll be 3rd and about 5.
82 and Tom Henry at the split traffic there, heading down to exit 80. Meanwhile, the Jersey Turnpike is picking up, and looks like 287.
Third down and less than 5 yards to go. The ball almost out to the 48-yard line. Mainland had come out of the huddle. Now they go back to check with Caprio. Double slot formation. Single back next to Caprio. He takes the snap. He's looking. Flies in the left flat. It's complete for a first down. Who is the first tackle? Kyle Davis down the left sideline. And he's caught from behind and knocked out of bounds at about the Ocean City 26-yard line by Ryan Implazio.
Yeah, a missed tackle right at the point of attack, right when he made the catch. And you know, Kyle Davis had a lot to do with making that a missed tackle. And with whatnot for Ryan Implazio, there's 6 points right there. Nice.
Our Cape Atlantic League scoreboard brought to you by Islander Jim of Ocean City. It's 14-0. St. Augustine leads Lower Cape May. We got a call back in.
Left side, brought down by Joe Venado.
We're back here at Mainland. Sorry for the interruption. It's 1st and 10 Mainland on about the Ocean City 11-yard line. A nice run by Saeed Evans, the senior running back, and also a nice play by Kyle Davis, who caught a pass in the flat and ran it down deep into Ocean City territory. Raiders call another timeout. They've used all 3 of their timeouts here in the first quarter. With 3:26 remaining, it's still no score, but Mainland almost at the 10-yard line. We'll give you those scores again. It's 14-0. St. Augustine leads Lower Cape May. That's midway in the first quarter, and the Marlins have scored first. They lead the Mets 1-0. We'll keep you posted on the baseball situation as well. Luxury begins where Atlantic City ends, at Fantasy Resort's flagship All Suites Resort, located in the heart of Atlantic City's historical inlet. The flagship All Suites Resort is the proud sponsor of Prime Events Flagship Resort Awards for the 9th straight year, honoring the top Cape Atlantic League senior athletes each season. Visit them on the web at flagshipresort.com. And when you're in town for business or fun, make it to the Flagship All Suites Resort of Atlantic City. 1st and 10. Caprio waits the snap. Sets. Hands off up the middle and driving inside the 5 down to about the 2-yard line is Tony Durr. He's in for the touchdown. He is in for the touchdown. A, call it, 11-yard run, and Mainland scores with 3:18 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, I thought he was in right from the beginning, and you know, it seemed like it was taking a long time to get the official to signal touchdown. And then I thought, well, gee, maybe he didn't cross the line, but it looked like right from the get-go that he was in with at least a yard to spare.
Mark Slaughter.
The kicker is Mark Slaughter, a junior. 10 extra points already this year. This one's up. It's high enough. It's long enough. It's accurate. And Mainland has opened a 7-0 lead on Ocean City with, 3:18 remaining in the first quarter. The Sand Barons Golf Club is conveniently located on Route 9 near Avalon. This award-winning course has 27 holes of unforgettable golf. What the hell's going on? Tony Dara will kick off for Mainland. They lead it here 7-0. 11-yard run. He made the 11-yard run. The extra point kicked by Mark Slaughter. Here comes the kick. It's a low kick. Takes a bounce to Joe Bonato at about the 12-yard line. He's straight up the middle, finds some running room, keeps his balance, and drives out to the 41-yard line. Good strong run by Bonato, and Ocean City, which hasn't had too bad field position in this game, has even better in this particular situation.
Yeah, the one thing, they did this very, very well against Oakcrest also, and it seemed like a center return every time. They've really got that blocking wedge working on the kickoff, and either Bonato or Hoyle, who's ever returning the kick, is gaining good yardage, giving the team good field position. Now you just got to do something with it. You got to pick up a first down or a couple first downs.
Lombardi's the quarterback. It's a slot to the right. Bonato's a deep back in the eye. Kimball split wide. Feeney's in the slot. Lombardi play action, rolls to the right, throws the pass. It's caught by Feeney. He's across the 50, and he's down at the 47-yard line of Mainland for a first down.
So Matt Lombardi's first completion of the game goes for 13 yards to Sean Feeney. And, you know, as we said, we expect the Raiders to try to run the ball a lot. But Mainland, you know, they realized that too, and they got 9 guys up right by the line of scrimmage. And you know, Ocean City figuring we got to throw the ball once in a while, keep the linebackers honest, and try to spread the field a little bit. But I don't look for them to do that very often.
1st and 10. Call it the 48 of Mainland. Slot, double slot formation. Nobody in the backfield. Now here's Hoyle in motion. He gets the handoff, trying to sweep the left side. He sees nothing there. Cuts it back and almost breaks free. He gets maybe a yard to the 47-yard line, but he was a step away from breaking free. Egg Harbor Township has scored, leads Oakcrest by a score of 8-0 in the first quarter. Our Cape Atlantic scoreboard brought to you by Islander Jim of Ocean City.
Well, Brendan Copeland won't get credit for the tackle there, but he really made the play. Tom fought off and just got a piece of. And while he wasn't able to make the tackle, he slowed him down enough until the rest of the green shirts arrived and made the play. But Copeland really made a nice play there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
play.
Delay of game penalty against Ocean City with less than a minute to play here in the first quarter. They trail in this game 7-0 to Mainland. They had just crossed the 50, but were stopped on 2 plays and facing 3rd and 10. So now it'll be 3rd and 15. The ball back to the Ocean City 47-yard line.
Yeah, again, that Mainland defense is right in the center, you know, between the tackles, expecting the Raiders to run up in there. And while they did have a lot of success last week, this is not the same defense, and the Mustangs are up to it so far.
Trips to the right. Lombardi with Bonato in the backfield. Hoyle is one of the receivers out to the right. Lombardi's going to throw it long down the right side for Kimball. It's behind him and out of bounds and uncatchable, so it's incomplete. And Ocean City will punt. Absegami leads Millville 7-6 in the second quarter. Our Cape Atlantic scoreboard brought to you by Islander Gym of Ocean City. It's actually Cape Atlantic League and National League scoreboard tonight.
Yeah, there are a lot of people wanting to know about that National League scoreboard, myself included.
Curran back to punt, stands at his own 35-yard line. Mainland sends Boudreaux back pretty far, back to almost inside the 20. Curran does have a good leg. Good snap, good rush. He gets it away, and Boudreaux chases it to the right sideline in front of the Ocean City bench, and it gets maybe a step or two before he's hit by 2 or 3 defenders and brought down. So Mainland will start deep in its own territory, leading here 7-0 in the final 43 seconds of the first quarter.
Boy, Mike Weatherby came so close to blocking that punt from Chris Curran coming off that left side, and something we'll watch for later. Really close.
Mainland starts at about its own 25-yard line, leading here by a score of 7-0. Caprio waits the snaps, trips to the left. He's rolling that way, looking, fires. It's caught at the 35, out to the 36 for a first down. As he rolls to his left and just with 3 receivers out there, picks the one. He goes to Ed Irizarry, and he picks up the first down out to the 46-yard line.
But that's a now they're looking. They are certainly a first down. 11 yards, got to be a first down. They got to move the sticks here.
Yep.
But just a well-designed play.
This time trips to the right, single receiver to the left. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. The handoff is inside. Evans goes through a tackle, picks up a couple of yards, and is stopped short of the 40-yard line.
Neither team's had tremendous success running in the middle against the other. I think that you go back to that last offensive play by the Mustangs, they had a deep receiver on the sideline pattern and brought 3 guys in underneath, all within 5-8 yards of each other. And, just pick the one to throw to.
That's the end of the first quarter here at Mainland Regional in Linwood. Mainland leads Ocean City by a score of 7-0. The Sand Barons Golf Club is conveniently located on Route 9 near Avalon. This award-winning course has 27 holes of unforgettable golf. Should you need to improve your game, you can visit one of their golf professionals at the Sand Barons Golf Academy or work on your own game at either of their practice facilities. The complete golfing experience continues after your round, whether you are shopping for equipment in a fully stocked pro shop or want to relax with friends and relive your day of golf over a fine meal. Visit Sam Barons and experience conditions and service that is second to none. Memberships available on several levels. Visit sandbaronsgolf.com or phone Jim Asher at 609-465-3555. Shore True Value Hardware in Summers Point hopes that you will continue to shop locally. They offer friendly service and expert advice. At Shore Hardware, they'll do anything to help. They're open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m., Sundays from 9 until 3, and they have always been supporters of Cape Atlantic League high school sports. Help is just around the corner. It's Shore True Value Hardware, 515 New Road, Summers Point. Phone 609-927-6464 or visit them online at shorehardware.com. Our Cape Atlantic League scoreboard brought to you by Islander Gym of Ocean City. Phillies leading 3-1. The Marlins lead the Mets 2-0 in Major League Baseball scores. Here's Mainland on the drive, on the move. Second and about 8. Little swing pass in the flat is incomplete for Dan Boudreaux, who was actually pretty well covered by Mike Freeze in the right flat. So it'll be 3rd and 8 for Mainland, short of its own 40.
You know, you lull the defense to sleep a little bit. That. And
okay.
It might be here.
It might. There's trips to the right, receiver to the left. Caprio takes the snap. He's rolling right, has a little time, fires downfield. It's caught at the 50 and down the sidelines to about the 43-yard line, where Ryan Implazio knocks Ed Irizarry out of bounds. It's a first down for Mainland. They're going to spot the ball, I guess, on the 45-yard line.
So a 22-yard gain and a real big hit to knock him out of bounds, but you know, it wasn't a hit out of bounds. It was just a hit to knock him out of bounds. But you could hear the crowd ooh and ah there. It was a big hit that Implazio put on him, but a big gain on a nice pass by Caprio again and a wide open receiver.
Big play by Mainland. They're on the Ocean City 43-yard line, leading already 7-0. Trips to the left, receiver to the right. Caprio awaits the snap. Hands the ball off. No, keeps it. Keeps it off the left side. Gets some running room. He's inside the 35, and he's down close to the 30-yard line for another Mainland first down.
Yeah, it's real good deception, and again, there's only so many things you can defend. We said that at the top, and you know, nice ball deception. He runs well and he throws well, and they're going to call timeout here, I think, to measure to see if he actually did gain the first down there, Tom.
Cape Atlantic League scoreboard brought to you by Islander Gym of Ocean City. Your physical fitness is their focus at Islander Gym, 8th Street and West Avenue, Ocean City. They're always expanding. Cardio rooms are filled with treadmills, stair steppers, EFX machines, and other fitness machines. Islander Gym also offers complete circuit training with state-of-the-art equipment and, of course, free weights. They have convenient hours that will fit almost every schedule at Islander Gym, 8th and West in Ocean City. Hamilton leads Atlantic City 7-0. It's Egg Harbor Township 8, Oakcrest 0, and Absegami 7, Millville 6, St. Augustine 14, Lower Cape May 0. Number 1 ranked Shawnee is losing right now to Moorestown 7-0. Those are some of the high school football scores. Mainland ranked number 2, so they're happy to hear that Shawnee's on the short end. It's 1st and 10 at the 30, inside the 35-yard line. Quick pass by Caprio out in the right flat to Davis. Davis trying to avoid one tackle, pulls out of one and gets inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line.
Another 10-yard gain via the pass, and you know, Davis is the favorite receiver, but he does have several players out there downfield to throw to, and this is a methodical Mainland drive right here. The Raiders, you know, they need to come up with a stop here. I mean, 2nd and 1, it's going to be tough. But, you know, they got to stay close in this football game.
Now, wait a minute. They're moving the chains.
Oh.
Yeah, it is a first down.
Okay.
So it's down inside the 25 to just about the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 on the 24-yard line.
Caprio with double slot formation, puts one back in motion, hands the ball off inside with some hesitation. Dara, who scored the only touchdown, gets into about the 20 or 21 and then is driven back. But he'll get the ball almost to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, about a 4 or 5 yard gain for him. And you know, as I said, the one thing that Ocean City needs to do is stay close in the game. If Mainland gets 2-3 touchdowns, you know, in a row here, then the Raiders are going to be forced to abandon that ground game, and that's really the only shot that most people think they have here.
Trips to the left. Davis split to the right. Caprio running left, pitches the ball to Evans. He's trying to get to the outside. He does. He turns the corner and keeps his balance into the end zone. We were waiting to see if he stepped out of bounds. Finally, the official signaled touchdown, and Mainland adds another and leads it by a score of 13-0.
Boy, a nice run by Saeed Evans down the sideline. Looked like he was tiptoeing that far sideline over there, Tom, and one missed tackle. He avoided a second, stayed in bounds, and puts the Mustangs up by 2 touchdowns.
Where do we get that, 21? How many yards?
I got 20, roughly.
20 on the nose. And here comes the slaughter off to kick out of Dara's hold. The ball is down. The kick is up. It's high enough. It's long enough. And it's good. Mainland leads 14-0 over Ocean City with 9:52 remaining in the third quarter. Hamilton, has scored again, leads Atlantic City 14-0, and Buna leads Bridgeton by a score of 7-0. Those scores brought to you by Islander Gym of Ocean City. Need a battery? Interstate Batteries of Egg Harbor Township has it. They not only have a battery for your car, but all of your toys too, like your boat, RV, motorcycle, ATV, truck, power chair, or golf cart. Interstate Batteries, America's #1 replacement battery, is at 6064 Riga Avenue in Egg Harbor Township. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. Phone them at 609-646-5008. If you need a battery, you'll find it at Interstate Batteries. Tested and trusted. It's known all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn on the Ocean City Boardwalk, specializing in a delicious caramel corn. They're at 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone them at 1-800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940. Here comes the kickoff from Dara. Bonato and Hoyle back deep for Ocean City, stand about their own 15-yard line. It's not a deep kick at all. It's kicked toward the sidelines, and it's Mainland almost got to it first. Ocean City covers it at the 28-yard line. No return.
The Mustangs showing a little respect there for the Raiders' return the first couple of kickoffs. A little pooch kick there, and it almost turned into an onside kick. But the Raiders will start on the 28-yard line. And Tom, I have unofficially Mainland over 100 yards on the ground already, just over 100 yards, and 71 yards passing. So we still have 9:52 remaining here in the first half.
Ocean City from the 28, trailing in the ball game 14-0. Hoyle, the deep back. He gets the handoff, trying to hit off left side. He is driven back. Stopped at about the 26-yard line. Never got to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be second and almost, more than 12 yards to go for Ocean City.
Yeah, the Raiders, who have, I think the last, 5 plays have been for no gain or loss of yardage. So Mainland's defense is just really doing a job right now.
Big number 50, Lancelot Miller, 6 foot, 301-pound senior, is a big factor of that Mainland defensive line, as is Frank Champion. We mentioned before is the biggest punter in the league at 6'5", 222, also a very, very talented lineman. Hoyle, the deep back, and all kinds of movement inside. Flags all over the place. Chris Curran got the worst of it. He got sandwiched between a teammate and a Mainland player.
Yeah, well, it was the teammate who jumped the gun a little bit there and caused that 5-yard penalty. But, again, Ocean City's got a good-sized offensive line. We talked about it a lot last week, and they're being handled up front right now by this Mainland defensive line. Got to figure something out here.
Ocean City back to the 20 at 2nd and 18. Single setback. Receiver left, slot to the right. Back to throw Curran. It's a delay to Hoyle. He's going to try to get to the outside, and he's not going to make it. Good pursuit by Mainland, and he could not turn the corner. They hit him for a loss. Kevin Gallagher was the back that came up and took that corner away from him.
Well, I don't want to keep harping on the same thing, but it's like I said in the beginning, we've talked a lot about Mainland's offense, and it certainly is a prolific offense. But any team that shuts out Atlantic City, you got to think that, there's something about this defensive unit as well, and so far they've kept Ocean City to negative yardage on the ground.
Back to the 15, where it will be third down and about 23. Handoff going nowhere. No yardage on the play. May have lost a yard. So it's a punting situation. Curran stands back almost on the goal line to punt. Boudreaux is at the midfield stripe. Ocean City with a slight wind at its back here. Curran gets the snap and kicks it away, and it's a high kick, and it sails over Boudreau's head. It hits at the 35, rolls inside the 30, inside the 20. He's going to start his return at the 15-yard line, and he makes a nice return, brings it out across the 25, and he stopped there. But what about that punt from Chris Curran? There's a flag, I think, late on the play.
Late hit. Just a tad late. I mean, definitely a late hit. Boudreau was down, and the hit came in, and the would-be tackler really needed to take a little different angle there, and Mainland's going to get another 15 yards tacked onto the end of this run, and what like you said, a tremendous kick. I mean, he does have the wind behind him, but that was about a 60-70-yard kick?
I wanted to Jim's scoreboard. 2 more touchdowns for Hamilton, leads Atlantic City 20-0 in the second quarter. So the penalty stepped off to the 30, across the 40, all the way out to the 43-yard line, 44, let's call it. So Mainland will start on its own 44 after the punt.
That's, that just negates such a great kick. He actually outkicks the coverage. Boudreau's able to pick up 15 yards on the return, and then the late hit gives him another 15.
Caprio awaits the snap, double slot formation, takes it, fakes a handoff, rolls to his right, sees some opening, tucks it under, and he is stopped as he gets across the 45 to about the 47 in a solo tackle by Mike Freeze.
Yeah, that was a good defensive play. Caprio looked downfield, didn't have anybody open, decided to see if he could deke the defensive players into thinking he was going to throw downfield, but Freeze made a nice tackle, and Caprio still gets 3 yards on the play.
2nd and 7, the ball at the Mainland 47-yard line. They lead it 14-0, 6:40 remaining in the first half. Caprio waits the snap, double slot formation. He keeps again, goes this time up the middle and gets maybe to the 50-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and about 3 yards to go for Mainland. The ball sitting on the 50-yard line. And another big third down play. They've had success on third down conversions so far.
Yeah, I think you have to look for him to throw that little swing pass here. It's just really, as we said, that you can only defend so much. And that time, they do the fake into the line, and he holds the ball, reads the tight end, holds the ball, and gains 5 yards.
Caprio awaits the snap, double slot formation, 3rd down, about 3 yards to go at the 50-yard line, and he pitches the ball, trying to get to the outside, and cutting it back at about the first down markers, Troy Brennan. He's then driven back, but he gets the first down inside the Ocean City 45 to about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, nice play. They put Brennan in motion and faked the handoff up the middle to Evans, and then a little 5-yard gain out the left side, and just beat everybody around the corner and pass that first down yard marker and on a pitch and run, and another first down for Mainland.
Phillies have scored 3 more times. It's 6-1 Phillies, 2-0. The Marlins lead the Mets, both in the early part of their ball games. Handoff into the line, Carr, and he falls ahead to about the 41 or 42-yard line. Gain of a few yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down, about probably 7 yards to go.
So the question is, Tom, if the Phillies make the playoffs and get eliminated in the first round, are the fans happy this year or not?
It's actually a question I haven't thought much about.
But I would
say no. Double slot formation, running back next to Caprio. He gets the ball. It's Evans. He's not driven to the ground. Now he's dropped all the way back to the 45. He can't find any room, and he's going to be brought down back in Mainland territory at the 47-yard line. He was hit right away as soon as he got the ball, and he tried to swing around, as so often quick backs do, and this time he got stuck back. They're going to spot it at the Mainland 48-yard line, so a loss of about 10 yards on the play.
Yeah, it was good pursuit that time as well. A little slow, and I think Caprio decided to let Evans have the ball rather than pull it out and look for something else to happen. And the Raiders that time had to play well defensed, and Evans had nowhere to go. As soon as he took the handoff, he was hit by 2 guys, tried to wiggle free, and just unable to do it.
Actually ran out of his shoe. He's replaced in the game by Tony Darr. So it's third and about 17 yards to go. Caprio with the ball, rolling right, looking downfield, looking. Now he's going to run. He's across the 50, and he's down inside the 45 to about the 41-yard line. And he and about two other Ocean City defenders take out 2 or 3 players on the mainland sidelines as they go flying across the out-of-bounds line. So
another flag on the play.
Yes, there is. It's right at the 50-yard line.
I tell you, too, Tom, close to being a little bit of a late hit there out of bounds, the second guy.
There's a personal foul against Ocean City.
Maybe that's what it was.
The ball was spotted at the 40, maybe just inside the 40. That they're going to step it off from midfield.
Yeah, the flag's at midfield.
So the ball ends up down to 35-yard line. No, a 25-yard line. So they did step it off from the 40. You're right. Now it's 7-1 Phillies in the baseball scoreboard, brought to you by Islander Jim of Ocean City.
Can Joe Blanton get more than 5 innings on the mound tonight then? With a 7-1 lead?
Ball is just inside the 25-yard line, and the officials have stopped the clock here and are huddling.
I was interested. The flag looked like to me like the flag came out before the end of that play, and it wasn't at the end of the play. So I thought maybe the flag was for something else. But I also felt there was a possibility of a late hit out of bounds on the end of that play.
Mark Plazio asking for an explanation. That's what the delay is. You know, the McMahon Agency of Ocean City and Mays Landing is the name to think of when you need insurance, specializing in home, business, auto, flood, and boat insurance. The professional staff at the McMahon Agency's 2 convenient locations provide top quality service, value, and peace of mind. Phone them at 609-399-0060. Always sponsoring and supporting the community, the McMahon Agency of Ocean City and Mays Landing. Caprio puts his slot back in motion. Now he rolls to the left. Looking, stops, sets, throws for the end zone. Man out there is caught. Touchdown! Wait for the signal from the official. I guess he was waiting to see if he was in bounds or not. And that's Casey Dillon, who made the catch in the end zone, and Mainland tacks on another score and leads it here by a score of 20-0.
25-yard touchdown pass, and really well thrown ball because one-on-one coverage right down the sideline, and it was hard to tell if he stayed in bounds. Obviously he did because the official was right there, but right in that far pylon on the sideline.
Slaughter to kick. Dars hold, the ball is down, the kick's high enough, it's long enough, it's good. Slaughter continues to be one of the most consistent kickers in the Cape Atlantic League.
Getting a lot of work, a lot of practice.
And Mainland leads it by a score of 21-0. There's one thing about every Eagles fan needs to make watching the game complete. A tray from Boyer's Market. Try the always popular hoagie tray or sandwich tray or one of their special trays, the shrimp tray, chicken tender tray, or rib lovers tray. There's an assortment for every taste with lots of salads and Italian food to go with them. Visit their webpage through oceancitygazette.com or call 399-1343. Boyer's Market, an Ocean City tradition since 1924 at 1338 Asbury Avenue. Need a sign? You need Captain Charlie. Captain Charlie at Blue Water Graphics creates signs for real estate and other businesses. He does construction site signs and window lettering for your business. He can also provide the lettering for your van, truck, car, or boat. You can reach Blue Water Graphics at 609-823-8891. Signs, banners, vehicles, windows, whatever lettering you need, phone Captain Charlie at 823-8891. Blue Water Graphics. Scoreboard update. Egg Harbor Township leads Oakcrest 29-0. It's 14-6 Buna over Bridgeton, 7-6 Absegami over Millville, 20-0 Hamilton over Atlantic City, and St. Augustine now leads 21-0 over Lower Cape May. Our Cape Atlantic scoreboard brought to you by Islander Jim of Ocean City.
Who would have thought the Vikings would be shut out in their last 6 quarters?
Yeah. Here's the kick, again toward the sideline, but Bonato, who had moved up, catches it at the 25, finds some room, gets out across the 40, across the 45, and almost to the 50-yard line by the time he's finished driving ahead. They're going to spot it at the 49. So they moved Bonato up into an up position. He caught the ball, and Ocean City's been getting very, very good returns on their kickoffs in both games.
Had just great field position to start. They just can't do anything with it. And,
right.
and little cat and mouse game going on. And give the Mainland coaches credit. They don't kick the ball deep. They kick it into that little 30-yard line area last time, and the Raiders are forced to fall on it. And this time, give the Raider coaches credit. They put Bonato in that spot, and Mainland kicks it to the same spot, and he brings it out to the 50.
Lombardi's the quarterback. Feeney to the right, Kimball to the left. Deep back is Bonato. Quick pass to Feeney on the right flat, and he is hit immediately. He may get a yard for forward progress, but he was driven back behind the line of scrimmage. We'll see where they spot the football. Looks like it's going to be right about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, quick little pass and just, well defensed by the Mustangs once again. I probably said that about 7 or 8 times already.
Mainland has scored 41 points a game. They've given up 3. They have 1 passing touchdown by Vineland in the closing minutes of their game 2 weeks ago. Mainland does not play next week, and 2 weeks from tonight we'll host Holy Spirit here. Slot to the left. Hoyle the deep back. Lombardi swings it back to Hoyle. There's a flag on the play. Now Hoyle's got to find his way back to the line of scrimmage. He's working hard to do it, but he's going to be stopped at about the 46-yard line for a loss of 2 or 3 yards. Ocean City player gets up limping, Josh Krigo, but he's getting better, I guess, with every step as he goes back into the huddle. There is a flag on the play. Illegal procedure against Ocean City, which Mainland will probably decline.
Count that as a pass? Thrown behind you?
No, it's a lateral.
Even though it's thrown overhand, looks like a pass. But, again, that's the same play that Mainland ran before where they throw the ball behind.
Well, see, what we call a pass is technically called a forward pass.
Right.
And we just don't use the word forward anymore.
Right.
Everything has its shortcuts and nicknames. So it has to be a forward pass to count in the passing statistics. Anyway, Kimball splits to the left. Hoyle's in the slot. It's a double slot. Nobody set in the backfield. Somebody will go in motion here. Nobody did. Lombardi makes a quick pass to Feeney. Feeney trying to find his way, and he's going to be hit for a loss. I thought maybe Feeney might be looking to throw the football because he played quarterback as well for Ocean City and is a very versatile athlete. But he didn't have a chance to if he was going to, and he's hit back at the 43-yard line. So in 3 plays, Ocean City lost 5 yards, and they're faced with 4th and 15.
I think that also was considered a lateral because I think the pass was back, and yet I think Feeney was going to throw the ball downfield, Tom. I really do. He just didn't have time. Weatherby was all over him.
Egg Harbor Township scores again, 36-0. Here's a fake. Curran throws it down the sideline, and they're not going to get the first down, I don't think. No, they're going to be 4 or 5 yards short. He throws it to the right sideline, and running down the sideline was who, Feeney? At any rate, they didn't get the first down. The ball is going to be spotted at about the 45-yard line. Actually, a little further out than that. It's going to be out to the 47-yard line. So Curran saw nobody guarding, nobody out there with the guy split wide, and threw it to him.
I got to believe that was a design play. Most high school kids don't take that unto themselves to throw the ball in a punt situation to a guy standing over on the sideline. And the guy on the sideline would have been running downfield. So I think it was a design called play. It just didn't work.
Caprio rolling to the right, has a blocker in front, passes downfield. It's caught at the 40, Ocean City 40, and down to the 37-yard line is Ed Irizarry. First down, Mainland on the Ocean City 36. I don't think they're going to spot it in the 36. They're going to move it back to about the 37-yard line. I know Ocean City used to have a play where the quarterback did make the decision. If nobody was out there, it was automatic. He threw out there to the. But you might be right. They may have specifically called it in that situation. Caprio takes the snap, hands the ball straight up, and running through a tackle is Dara, and he's inside the 30, and he's close to another first down. Down to the 28-yard line. Mainland's going to use a timeout with 1:06 remaining in the first half. Mainland leading here by a score of 21-0. The Richard Stockton College of New Jersey is a nationally recognized liberal arts college located right in your own backyard. Carnegie Foundation, U.S. News and World Report, and the Princeton Review have ranked Stockton among the nation's best. To find out about Stockton's high-quality, affordably priced programs, call the admissions department at 609-652-4261 or log on to www.stockton.edu for more information. Richard Stockton College, an environment for excellence. And also, we want to tell you about the upcoming schedule brought to you with the best wishes of everyone at the offices of Greg Heininger, CPA of Ocean City and Upper Township. Phone them at 609-398-8149. Next week, Ocean City will be at Vineland. You'll hear the game here on 94.3 WILW. And Mainland, as we said, is off next week. They return to action the following Friday, October the 10th, against Mainland. The upcoming schedule brought to you by Greg Heininger, CPA. Second and about 2 for Mainland. They lead at 21-0. We're in the final minute and 10 seconds of the first half. Caprio with the ball, rolling to his right, passes down the right sideline. It's complete, spinning out of a tackle, and down inside the 10-yard line was Kyle Davis. And
could be another late hit out of bounds.
There is a flag on the play. I'm trying to see where the ball's spotted. It looks like it's at about the 12.
Yeah, I was thinking the 9, but
I think it's at the 12. Well, at least that's where the spotting official's standing. Now they're moving down inside, but I think that's the step off the penalty. It's going to end up being on the 6-yard line. So with 1 minute to go, Mainland has 4 plays from the 6 to try to put up a 4th touchdown.
That's 3 personal foul penalties, too, in the first half here against the Raiders.
Not good. Single running back, double slot formation. Caprio puts a man in motion, gives the ball straight up. No, keeps it, and rolls it to the left side and gets the ball down to the maybe 5-yard line.
I think actually the ball carrier ended up being Troy Brennan there.
The ball's inside the 5 at about the 4.
We talked about his deception, and we got some glare on the window here.
Caprio, double slot formation, takes the ball, rolls right, looks, passes at near the goal line, and in for the touchdown is Kyle Davis. He catches it right inside the goal line, and Mainland tacks on another touchdown with 23.1 seconds remaining and goes ahead by a score of 27-0. Second touchdown pass of the game for Caprio. It's his 6th of the season and the 3rd of them to Davis. Slaughter off to kick the extra point. Holding is Darr. And it's high enough and long enough. It's good, and Mainland has a 28-0 lead with 23 seconds remaining here. A little 23.1 actually. In the first half, Ocean City will receive another kickoff. It's not too late to go to Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th Street and the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Gillian's will be open every weekend in September from noon until 11 p.m., as well as the first 2 weekends in October. Gillian's is also proud to sponsor Raider Profiles, dedicated to Ocean City's senior athletes at oceancitysports.com. The summer continues through October 12th at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th and the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Visit them online at gillians.com and on Asbury Avenue at downtown Gillian's. If you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. At Halliday Leonard, they'll consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Halliday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City. Phone them at 398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality. 21-7, Shawnee now leads Moorestown. Cherry Hill East is beating Cherokee 14-0, and Gloucester Catholic leads Delsey 28-14 among teams ranked in the top 25 in South Jersey. And that'll be updated tonight after all the results are in at primeevents.net. Here comes the kickoff. It's to the opposite side. chased down by Hoyle at the sideline at around the 25-yard line. He looks for room, powers his way out to maybe the 27. He reversed his field a little bit, couldn't find anything, came back the other way, and is stopped at the 27 or 28-yard line.
Yeah, you know, it took Mainland a little while to get started tonight here, Tom, but they certainly have made up for it here in the second quarter. Raiders stayed close to the first quarter. The first few series, the teams just traded punts, and you know, after the first 12 minutes, it was 7-0, but 3 touchdowns here in the second quarter, and I think that Mainland fans are going to see a lot of these types of football games.
Well, they hope they see one in 2 weeks when they play Holy Spirit. Spartans have a tough game next week, too, with St. Joe's, but they're off to a good start, and Ocean City's just going to take a knee and get this half over with, as Chris Curran does just that. So the first half comes to an end here at the Mustang Corral in Linwood, with Mainland leading Ocean City by a score of 28-0. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with halftime right after these messages on 94.3 WILW. They shut out Ocean City last year 30-0. That was the first time since 1970 that Mainland had shut out Ocean City, and so far they're doing it again. 28-0 here at intermission, and they're trying, as we said at the beginning, to make it 4 years in a row, which would be only the second time in this long series. It started in 1961 that one team has beaten the other 4 straight times.
And this may be the best Mainland team that we've seen in a long time. I mean, they've had some nice teams here at the Mustang Corral, but I don't see a weakness out here.
Well, last year they got to the South Jersey final in Group 4, but the 3 years before that, they were just right around 500, did not qualify for the tournament. I guess you got to go back to 2002. That team was 11-1 and won the South Jersey Group 3 championship. And then, of course, they had some great teams, great battles, too, with Ocean City in the late 90s. But this is certainly one of the good ones.
All I remember about their playoff game last year was how darn cold it was. Oh, my golly, I was freezing.
Toms River North, and it was a lot of action. A score in the first minute or two, and then another one right away. It was an interesting game. Ocean City will kick off here. Back for Mainland are Aaron Culver and Troy Brennan, it looks like. Not sure. Can't see his number. They're both standing inside the 10-yard line. And Chris Curran to kick off. Ocean City with the wind. He kicks a low kick. It rolls straight through, taken by Culver at the 16. He's up the middle. He breaks into the open at the 35. He's down the left sideline. It's a foot race. There's one player with a possible angle, and he does run him down, but Culver stays on his feet. And he's driven out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. There's a flag, however, at the Mainland 47-yard line.
Yeah, that's usually going to be against the return team, but boy, what a nice run. Burst to speed up the middle by Culver, breaks it to the outside, and this one's coming back.
Holding against Mainland, so they'll end up starting around their own 37-yard line instead of inside the Ocean City 20. But a little excitement wakes up the crowd here on a muggy Friday night in September.
Yeah, half of them aren't even back in their seats from halftime yet. But, you know, of course, you never know. The hold could be the reason he was able to spring free there.
Sure.
But, boy, what a burst of speed to get across the 40-yard line.
He returned the opening kickoff of a touchdown against Atlantic City last week, so he almost duplicated that. Ball ends up back at the 37-yard line.
So the high that the crowd got just went out slightly as the penalty cost them about 60 yards.
But they're still ahead 28-0, so they're not going to drop down too far.
Yeah, you're right.
Caprio waits for the snap. Double slot formation. Officials whistle signals the ball's ready. He has 2 touchdown passes in a row. Here's a quick pass out in the flat. It's caught by Kyle Davis, and he is out to the 40, almost a 41-yard line.
6 catches for him.
Very talented young man, also a fine basketball player. We talked at halftime about his prior health problems that apparently have been solved.
Yeah, 6'2", 180-pound senior. A lot of seniors on this Mainland team. A lot of seniors on both sides of the ball. The Raiders have 20, 22, 23 seniors, I believe.
Yes, they do. 2nd and 2. The ball just across the 40. Double slot formation. Caprio waits the snap. Hands the ball off inside and banging for the first down across the 50 to the 47 is Tony Dorer. The 5'10", 191-pound senior running back takes the ball down into Ocean City territory at about the 46-yard line for a first down.
Boy, just a straight-ahead play for Dorer and about a 10-yard gain on the play, and they're really just pretty much doing what they want offensively and defensively right now are the Mustangs. They come out here in the second half pretty much picking up right where they left off.
Nationals scored a couple. Philly still leads 7-3. In motion, right to left. There's a pitch back for Mainland. It's Troy Brennan trying to get to the left side, and he is going to pick up some yardage inside the 45 to about the 41-yard line. Picks up maybe 6 yards on the play.
Well, they're getting closer to where Aaron Culver ran that kickoff back there. Still got about 20 yards to go, I guess, but that balloon's being inflated again over here on the crowd side that deflated.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, as you said, a 28-0 lead certainly does that for you.
Second, a little more than 4 to go. Trips to the right. Receiver to the left. Caprio. Carr right next to him. Keeps the ball. Caprio straight ahead, runs through the line. He's got the first down inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, they spread the ball around, and often Caprio calls his own number. Gained about 7 or 8 there. He's carried the ball 7 times and for 55, 58, 60 yards, something like that. And actually, I think he leads. Although all 3 Mainland, he and Evans and Dar are all about the same yardage-wise and about the same number of carries.
Dar stands to his right now. Double slot formation. Caprio rolling right, looking down the right sideline. Now he throws over the middle, and it's caught inside the 20. No, it's not. Incomplete. It looked like Troy Brennan was about to pull it in, but it was tipped away out of his hands and incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's only his second incomplete pass of the game, and actually I thought that one could have been caught.
I thought it was.
I did too. I mean, good coverage, and just must have squirted free as the contact was made there.
First incomplete pass?
Second.
Second, okay. 2nd and 10 Mainland, inside the 35 of Ocean City, leading 28-0. We're here early in the third quarter, 9 minutes and 14 seconds left. Brent Caprio has thrown 2 touchdown passes, takes a snap, gives to Evans off the left side. He bursts off the left side, but he's stopped when he gets to the 29-yard line. Picks up about 5 on the play. Should be third and about a little less than 5, actually, for Mainland. He gets almost to the 28-yard line.
Well, if you look at the diversification here, as we said, Evans has carried the ball 7 times. Caprio's run it 7 times, and Dar's run it 6 times. And Davis has 6 catches. So certainly spreading things around.
And indeed they are. Caprio waits the snap. Double slot formation. And Ocean City comes firing off sides. We'll see if there was any movement. Chris O'Neill came flying through there. And Matt Petrill, 5'11", 215-pound senior lineman, was the guy knocked backwards. But it was O'Neill's foul, so it's a first down for Mainland.
Well, you're kind of helpless when the guy on the defensive side just jumps the snap count and barrels through there and knocks you, into next week. It's just, I guess O'Neill looking to, make something happen down there and blitz on the play, just, way ahead of the snap count.
Sometimes you think you see a guy move, and you didn't, but whatever. It's a first down for Mainland. Here's Caprio rolling right, looking, passes down the right sideline. It's complete. And running down into about the 8-yard line is Kyle Davis. It's down inside the 10-yard line. Actually, it's inside the 5. No, I'm sorry.
Inside the 10.
I was right the first time. Yep. It's on the 9. So first and goal for Mainland.
And we go back to the play previous, the offside play. That what made it even worse for poor Matt Petrill is he plays center, so he wasn't ready.
Caprio waiting the snap. Receiver to the right, slot to the left, to the wide side. Caprio, quick pass, swinging out to the left side. Brennan trying to get to the corner, and he does. Another touchdown pass for Brent Caprio. This time to Troy Brennan, and Mainland has a 34-0 lead.
Well, just a little swing pass out of the backfield, and Troy Brennan wide open over there and took that pass and just went to the corner of the front pylon, and nobody really was anywhere near him, and Slaughterhoff's going to get an opportunity to make his 5th extra point here.
Out of the hole to Tony Darr. Ball is down, the kick is up. It's high enough, and it's good. So it's 35-0 on Slaughterhoff's kick, and Ocean City will receive the kickoff. Ocean City Home Bank prides itself on being a full-service bank with a caring touch. Every member of their staff is dedicated to customer service, from checking to online banking. Ocean City Home Bank has the banking knowledge and products you need. With sponsorship of scholarship funds, after proms, and other youth-based activities, Ocean City Home Bank proves its dedication to the next generation. Ocean City Home Bank is your community bank, serving the community for over 110 years with locations in Ocean City, Marmora, Linwood, Ventnor, Egg Harbor Township, Absecon, Margate, and coming soon to Mays Landing. Ocean City Home Bank is your community bank. By the way, if you're thinking about extra points and how many Slaughterhoff has, and as he said, he's already got 15 this year. He's second, though, in the Cape Atlantic League. Joe Farrell of Holy Spirit had 15 coming into this week. And the record for most extra points in a season in the Cape Atlantic League is 50 by Antonio Regalbuto of St. Joseph's 2 years ago. The Mainland record is Jason Feinberg's 43. Here comes the kickoff from Mainland. It's toward the right sideline, and it bounces past Hoyle. He goes back and gets it. Now he's trying to circle for some room. He does turn the corner. He gets a block. He cuts back inside another block, and he grabbed by the shoulder pads as he goes across the 30, and that might have brought in a flag. He goes down at the 33-yard line.
Well, the first flag's back at the 15. I just didn't think that was a good call there. I thought it was – they're going to get a block in the back at the 15-yard line, but it was close. But looked like the running back – the offensive blocker waited to get a hit to the side. But Hoyle did a nice job just to outrun some of those players around that left side. Again, the block helped, but with 3 flags down, it's definitely going to be against the Raiders. Whoop.
Holding Ocean City, face mask Mainland, penalties offset. Ocean City will get the ball. I say that with reservation. No, they're going to kick again. That's why I was waiting for a second. So they're going to kick again. The whole play is nullified, not just the return. So Mainland will kick off again. We remind you, you'll like the way they do business at the Thomas H. Heist Insurance Agency. Coastal insurance specialists with over 35 years experience. Flood, boat, auto, life, health. They offer it all at the Heist Agency with convenient offices, 700 West Avenue, Ocean City, 7809 Atlantic Avenue, Margate, and in Egg Harbor Township at the Providence Professional Park. You'll also find them online at heistagency.com. Think of Thomas H. Heist when you think of insurance. And this is the time of year when everybody double checks their flood insurance.
Especially when they look at, I got, somebody emailed me about 50 pictures today from Hurricane Ike and what it did in Texas. And boy, was it devastating. You just can't imagine.
They're thinking about passing a law making it illegal to build along the water.
Where do those people go?
I don't know.
I mean, you have a property there that's probably worth in the hundreds of thousands and maybe in the millions, depending on where it is.
Right.
And the property's now worthless.
Right. Okay, ready to go. Here's the kick from Tony Darr. Again, the same side, same guy. Picked up over there by Hoyle. This time he reverses, tries to go down the sideline. He picks up a few yards across the 35, and he's going to be out to about the 39 or close to the 40, maybe a yard or two further than the last one.
You know, I think if I'm Mainland, I might want to work on my kickoff team, and you know, I got a 35-0 lead. I might kick it downfield and you know, work on the defense against the kickoff. Might be something that they would need later on. Obviously, you know, Ocean City's had a lot of success, but 35-0. You know, even if they were to return one, I think you can afford to allow that to happen.
Absegami scored a couple more times. They lead 21-6 over Millville. Our Islander Jim scoreboard. Now it looks like Ocean City's going to operate from the shotgun. Snap to Curran. Quick pass right side.
Knocked down, I think.
This is getting ridiculous.
Brings up second down.
Ocean City operating from the shotgun, and a little gain across the 50 by Joe Bonato. He looks like he stopped at the Mainland 49-yard line, and Ocean City picks up a first down.
It looked like they're going with a no-huddle offense here, Tom. Looked like Curran was going to run the ball and dumped it off.
Double slot, Curran in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Quick pass is complete to the 45-yard line of Mainland. Caught out there by Sean Feeney for a gain of about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. Ocean City inside the Mainland 45-yard line. Trailing here 35-0. They're running from the shotgun. Double slot formation. On the option, Carr pitches it back to Bonato. Bonato finds some room. Bonato breaks into the open. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. And he's chased down by Casey Dillon inside the 10-yard line. It'll be down to the 8, 1st and goal for Ocean City.
Boy, Bonato just kind of broke through and just kind of surprised everybody. And I thought he was going in for the touchdown. I stopped looking, and you know, I got a bad angle here.
A 41-yard gain by Joe Bonato down to about the 8-yard line. As Ocean City ran out of the shotgun, they're in the shotgun again. 1st and goal at the Mainland 8, double slot formation. Curran in the shotgun, gets the snap, throws the fade to deep in the corner, and it's intercepted by Dillon. Trying to get it to Sean Feeney, and it wasn't quite deep enough, and Dillon had it well covered, and he picks it off deep in the end zone. And Dillon made the tackle to save the touchdown run by Bonato, and now intercepts the pass deep in the end zone. Mainland takes over on its 20.
Yeah, tried that little fade pattern out there, and to Feeney, and Dillon actually had the better position. You know, he had the position that Feeney wanted, and was thrown over that other shoulder, and Dillon just did a real nice job defensively, and he was right there to catch that pass. And you know, they had made up their mind they were going with that pattern. He threw it to the spot. Feeney just couldn't get through Dillon to get to it.
We should make the point that the new rule is in effect here now, because Mainland leads by 35 points. The clock does not stop. Handoff, Caprio hands it off inside, and Tony Darr brings it out across the 25 to about the 26-yard line.
It's not like a 10-run rule, but it is a big change this year, Tom.
Yeah, the clock will stop on injury, it'll stop on a timeout, and it'll stop on a score or on a penalty, but not on a play out of bounds or an incomplete pass. It's 2nd and about 4 for Mainland, just across the 25-yard line. Play action, Dillon rolling right, Caprio rolling right, passes down the middle, wide open Boudreau. Yeah. Hello. No, it's right next to me.
Personnel Mustang.
Try using that. Plug it right into the side.
Just use that. Plug into the side.
All right, I will. Well, I can do that with mine too, but. Fast turn of events here at the Mustang Corral in Linwood. Mainland pinned back by a great run by Joe Bonanno. They intercept a pass in the end zone, does Casey Dillon. And 2 first downs and then a 44-yard touchdown pass, the third of the game by Caprio. And here's the extra point by Slaughter-off. It's good, and it's 42-0. Mainland leading Ocean City here at the Mustang Corral.
That was just another great pass. I mean, just laid it right out there. Actually, there was good coverage that time by Ocean City, but, you know, one-on-one, and it's tough to cover Kyle Davis one-on-one, and Caprio just laid it right over his shoulder perfectly. Davis doesn't have to break stride, and 6 more points and a 42-0 lead. 42-0. As we said, it started slowly. Mainland scored only 7 points in the first quarter, but they certainly have made up for it since with 3 second-quarter touchdowns and now 2 more touchdowns here in the third quarter.
That's the most points either team scored in this series. It started in 1961. Mainland scored 39 in 1965, and Ocean City scored 38. I lost it here. Maybe they didn't score. 35. Ocean City scored 35 is the most they scored back in 2004. So this is the highest scoring game ever between these two schools.
The interesting thing will be how many more points they want to score.
42-0.
Did you say the highest scoring game?
I said it's the most points ever scored.
By one team, right.
Here comes the kick. And it's, again, over toward the right sideline, taken over there, and brought out across the 35 and then driven back. Brought out to about the 36 and then knocked back to the 35-yard line. That was Bob Gansert, I think.
I think you're going to see a lot of clean shirts in the fourth period.
That's usually the case. Ocean City starting on its own 36-yard line. Another run for the Nats. 7-4 Phillies. Ocean City from the shotgun. It's Lombardi this time. Fires it down the right side, and it's over the head of the intended receiver and out of bounds. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
I liked it better when that Phillies score was 6-1 than 7-4. I guess Blanton's out of the game by now, Mike.
We can introduce you to the junior team.
We remember next week here on 94.3 WILW, Ocean City is at Vineland. We'll have all of it for you next Friday night. From the shotgun, double slot formation, Ocean City trailing 42-0. Oh, and it's intercepted. The pitch is intercepted, and in for the touchdown for Mainland Regional is Mike Weatherby, whom Bud's talked about all night. And that's not something too many defensive players get to do.
Well, I'll tell you what. You talk about Johnny on the spot. He had real good pressure. The Raiders looked to throw that little lateral pass out there, and I don't even think he knew it was coming. I mean, maybe I should say he knew it was coming, because who knows, but he was right there, and Matt Lombardi was looking the other way to try to deke the defense and then turned that way and pitched without really looking and pitched it right into the arms of Weatherby, who was between Lombardi and the intended, I think it was Bonato who was intended for.
About 30, 34 yards. There's the kick by Slaughter-off, and there's it's good. 36, we're thinking. 36 yards. Was there a flag on this play? Yeah.
They're taking a long time if there isn't.
The kick was good. Officials still talking and huddling, and there's been no signals yet. Except that initial signal, they're picking up the flag. So it's good. Slaughter-off's kick is good, and it's a 49-0 lead. Mainland leading Ocean City. They'll kick off to the Raiders. The Holy Spirit, by the way, we had this score before, but they lead Middle Township at the half 34-0. That's the Islander Gym scoreboard. Shore True Value Hardware in Summers Point hopes that you'll continue to shop locally. They offer friendly service and expert advice. At Shore Hardware, they'll do anything to help. They're open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Sundays from 9 until 3, and they have always been supporters of Cape Atlantic Lake High School sports. Help is just around the corner at Shore True Value Hardware, 515 New Road in Summers Point. Phone 609-927-6464 or visit them online at shorehardware.com. Need a battery? Interstate Batteries in Egg Harbor Township has it. They not only have a battery for your car, but all of your toys too, like your boat, RV, motorcycle, ATV, truck, power chair, or golf cart. Interstate Batteries, America's #1 replacement battery, is at 6064 Riga Avenue in Egg Harbor Township. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. Phone them at 609-646-5008. If you need a battery, you'll find it at Interstate Batteries. Tested and trusted. Well, here we go again. Mainland to kick off. This one is a ground ball. It rolls through to about the 28-yard line, taken there by Hoyle. He breaks into the open. He's angling toward the left side, fakes a cutback, keeps his balance at the 50, and he's down to the 45 of Mainland, where he's stopped by Casey Dillon.
Real good return by Hoyle, and no matter where they're kicking the ball, the Raiders are still ending up with good field position. I'm sure that's the one thing that Bobby Coffey will look at tonight and say, we need to work a little bit more on our kickoff coverage. I'm looking at some of these Mainland records, Tom, and you know, there are a couple that could be broken this year. Kyle Davis with 2 touchdowns tonight, 2 touchdown catches tonight, now needs 10. I'm sorry. No.
He has 4 on the season.
Oh, 4 on the season. Well, I'm wondering if this is, as of tonight, he needed 12.
I don't know. Probably. Lombardi from the shotgun. Ball hit, tipped, and intercepted at the 39-yard line, across the 50, and down inside the 45-yard line. That ball was tipped, and Christian Kamahug, the outstanding linebacker, picked it off and brought it back for Mainland. So Mustangs have the ball again, this time on the Ocean City 42-yard line.
Actually, you might be right. This thing that Mainland printed up, this press packet, might be as the season started. But Caprio needed 23 touchdown passes to break Matt Flynn's record of 46. He has 4 tonight. And if it is an opening season packet, then he's well on his way to doing that. Mercifully, the third period comes to a close here.
Here's some more scores in the Islander Gym scoreboard. It's Hamilton 34, Atlantic City nothing. Absegami 21, Millville 6. Egg Harbor Township 50, Oakcrest 7. Buna leads Bridgeton 21-6. Holy Spirit 34, Middle Township nothing. St. Augustine 28, Lower Cape May nothing. In baseball, it's 7-4 Phillies and 3-0 Marlins in the 2 National League East games, and the Brewers have just gotten started, I think. You know, it's all known all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn on the Ocean City Boardwalk, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. You can get Johnson's Popcorn individual servings all the way up to 3.5-gallon tins. They're at 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 1-800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you. They're online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940.
Thank you.
1 quarter to go here.
Mainland with the ball.
Start the fourth quarter.
They pitch the ball to Evans going left. He turns the corner at the 40. He's grabbed and driven out of bounds inside the 30, but he's got the first down.
Yeah, another, 13, 14-yard gain. As I said, you'd expect to start seeing some cleaner jerseys on both sides of the ball. This game is so out of hand right now that you just want to make sure nobody gets hurt. There's a lot of football left for both these teams.
Ocean City at Vineland next week. Mainland has a week off. They have Holy Spirit here 2 weeks from tonight. From the shotgun. Here's the option. The pitch out is to Dan Boudreau going right, and he's pulled down. There's a flag on the play. Pulled down at about the 26 or 27-yard line. Milwaukee leads the Cubs. Tied with the Cubs 1-1 in the second inning.
Going to be a call against Mainland here, so Boudreau's 4 or 5-yard run is going to come back for a hold. We have Caprio unofficially almost 220 yards passing on 16 of 18.
Wow.
I mean, I don't think I missed any other incomplete passes.
That's pretty good. You know, Hamilton scores. I'm sure Holy Spirit's. Last score we had was 34-0. If Hamilton scores again, there'll be 4 games tonight using the 35-point rule, including this one.
Well, if he doesn't throw any interceptions, it doesn't help.
Straight ahead. Caprio hands off. Not much there.
I didn't mean interceptions. I meant, I meant incomplete passes. Yeah.
Right.
Clock's going to run anyway, so.
That's why I don't think it's going to make a whole lot of difference. Most teams that score a lot of points score them in the first half, and
then they
except for a blatant attempt to run up a score, it just doesn't happen that much, and this rule's not going to affect it. All it's going to do is keep some subs out from getting a little extra time on the field. But its intent is good. Here's Evans, finds a little room. He's inside the 30 to the 27 or 28 and driven back.
Yeah, I would have expected to see some subs in the game by now. But I'm guessing we will shortly. And, of course, there are a lot of parents in the stands who would like to. This is the time when,
Evans gets up hopping.
Yeah,
hobbling.
So that's the kind of thing that you say to yourself, geez, let me get some of these guys out of here.
Coach is screaming from the sidelines to sit down and not try to walk over to the sidelines. But he's still walking. And he seems to be getting a little bit better with each step, too. Gets a nice hand from the fans here at Mainland. So it's third down at about 6. Mainland's on the Ocean City 27-yard line. A bizarre game. Caprio has thrown a couple of touchdowns, 3 of them, I guess. 4 of them. 2 of them to Davis. Weatherby intercepted a lateral and ran it in for a touchdown. It's been some game. Mainland is in full form here. Here, trying to circle the left side is Brennan. Brennan runs through a tackle, and he's down to about the 15-yard line. He came from the slot back on the right side, came around and got the pitch from Caprio and made a nice run for a first down to about the 15-yard line.
You never say a team's given up, but when you're down 49-0, it's pretty tough to look across and really have the firepower and the desire to hit somebody as hard as you wanted to hit them when that game was still 7-0 in the first quarter.
Trips to the right, receiver to the left. Caprio with Dara right next to him. Gives him the ball, keeps the ball. Caprio keeps off the right side, and he's spun to the ground by Ryan Implazio as he gets inside the 10.
I don't know. I'm just a little surprised that Mainland still has their starting team in here with a 49-0 lead and 8 minutes left. You just got to hope for their sake that nobody really gets hurt here, because the game is certainly not in doubt here.
Ball spotted at about the 7-yard line. 8 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. Davis is going to split to the left. There'll be a slot back and a slot to the right as well. Here comes Brennan in motion again. They're going to pitch it to him. He's going left, fakes a cut in, and finds a hole and drives into the end zone for a touchdown. Brennan scores from about the 8-yard line, and Mainland has increased its lead to 55-0.
Well, maybe they just wanted to get 50 points, and that they have done.
7:39 remaining.
This won't do anything to soften the rivalry between the two schools.
Different kicker, Chris Lasco. He's a senior. I think he's the one that got hurt last year before the season started, and it's nice to have a backup.
Yeah.
And he kicks it, bangs it through.
Actually, the holder that time bobbled the snap and still got it down in time for him to kick it through. Nice job by the holder.
56-0 Mainland with 7:39 remaining in the fourth quarter. The McMahon Agency of Ocean City and Mays Landing is the name to think of when you need insurance. Specializing in home, business, auto, flood, and boat insurance, the professional staff at the McMahon Agency's 2 convenient locations provide top quality service, value, and peace of mind. Phone them at 609-399-0060. Always supporting the community, the McMahon Agency is pleased to sponsor broadcasts of Cape Atlantic League sports to recognize and celebrate the value of teamwork and the hard work of these outstanding student athletes. The McMahon Agency of Ocean City and Mays Landing. The Richard Stockton College of New Jersey is a nationally recognized liberal arts college located right in your own backyard. Carnegie Foundation, U.S. News and World Report, and the Princeton Review have ranked Stockton among the nation's best. To find out about Stockton's high-quality, affordably priced programs, call the admissions department at 609-652-4261 or go on to stockton.edu for more information. Richard Stockton College, an environment for excellence. So Tony Darr is going to kick off here for the Mustangs. He's got to be tired. And
he hasn't really had to kick it hard. They've been kicking
that's right. He's been kicking the short kick. As they've built a 56-0 lead here. And here it comes. It's another short kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. Flags. Ocean City will undoubtedly take the ball at the 35-yard line.
Actually, that's about the worst field position Ocean City's had on a kickoff.
Yeah, it's interesting. Ocean City started on the 35 first time, second time 35, then the 40, 28, 49, 27, 35, 36, 45 of Mainland. So they've had excellent field position. Ball's on the 35-yard line.
Now we're seeing the starters come off the field to a series of applauses from the fans.
Yeah, good idea. It's done more usually in the last game of the year, but it's always nice. After 6, that score still stands. Phillies 7, Nationals 4. Here's a interception. Long pass picked off downfield by Aaron Culver, and he brings it back to the 45-yard line.
Well, Curran had Feeney down, and Feeney kind of got his feet tangled up with 2 Mainland defenders, and he went to the ground, and then the ball was up for grabs. So that's the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4th interception for Mainland. Not counting the one that was intercepted and run in that lateral that was intercepted. That's the 4th forward pass that was intercepted by Mainland.
So they start this Mainland at the 45-yard line of Ocean City. I only have 3 interceptions. You have 4?
Maybe the 4th one let's see.
Dillon, Callahug, and Culver.
Yeah, I have it the other way. I think I marked down an interception on the lateral. You're right.
Shoppies is more than just South Jersey's best trophy designer. Shoppies has figurines by Michael Gorman and Van Mark and a complete line of gifts, including wedding and baby gifts, unique collectibles, deluxe pens and pen sets, and embroidered sportswear. But for special awards and gifts, visit Shoppy at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood. Visit them online at shoppy.com where you design your own award. Remember, you're not presenting the finest trophy unless you're presenting a Shoppy trophy. 609-653-1684 for Shoppies since 1921. Mac and Manco is known for its pizza all over the Delaware Valley, and they'll deliver it right to your door, 399-2548. They also deliver to parts of Upper Township, and they have a restaurant in Summers Point, 927-9900. Mac and Manco's. A lot of new faces out there for Mainland. There's a handoff to Kevin Mays, a sophomore running back. And he picks up less than a yard. And they have lost a half a yard. Clock continued to run. And once again, this is the 35-point rule. Probably has another name, but that's what everybody calls it. One team's ahead of another in the second half by 35 or more points. The clock only stops on penalties, timeouts, and injuries, and scores.
You know, I think about what's down the road for both of these teams.
Here's the snap. It's Joe Fortunato, the quarterback. He pitches back. There's a loss on the play. Chris O'Neill makes the tackle at the 50, but there's a flag on the play. Hamilton now leads Atlantic City 40-0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 games, counting this one, have that 35-point rule in effect tonight. Penalties against Mainland.
As I started to say, I look what's down the road for these two teams. When you consider that Mainland has beaten Atlantic City by 40 and is beating Ocean City by 55, they're going to play some teams that Atlantic City and Ocean City are going to beat. And, you know, they're going to play Oak Crest, who Ocean City beat last week. They're going to play Millville, who hasn't won a game yet and may not. You know, they got some teams on their schedule they're capable of scoring a whole lot.
Well, in the regular season, looks like Holy Spirit and Hamilton are their obstacles. It's third down. They refused a penalty. 3rd and 15. Mainland just across the 50. Fortunato, he's a freshman, throws it long down the left side, and almost running under it down that left side was the intended receiver was Gordon Prince, a sophomore wide receiver.
Another penalty. I think there were two.
This happens. You know, you put whole new people in.
Two guys. One guy went in motion. Another guy started to go in motion and then stopped.
And they'll decline that, I would imagine. Be 4th and 15.
You know, I'll go on record right now as saying that I'll be surprised if Holy Spirit gives Mainland as much a game as everybody thinks they will. I think Mainland will beat them by 4 touchdowns. I really do. Now, Hamilton, that could be a pretty good football game, but I don't think that Holy Spirit this year.
You think Hammond's better than Holy Spirit?
Yes.
Well, there's no doubt that Holy Spirit hasn't been tested yet. Their big test will come, first big test will come next week against St. Joseph's. 4th and 15, Fortunato, the quarterback, has trips to the left. He hands the ball off straight ahead. I think that was Kevin Mays again. And he picks up a yard or so. And Ocean City takes over on downs at its own 49-yard line. The only thing left for them is to try to get on the scoreboard and avoid a second straight shutout. But they're trailing here 56-0. This clock is running with 4:05 remaining. That's that rule. As we said, it keeps that clock running.
And that's a good rule. Although, as you said,
well,
the guys that aren't going to get to play as much are the fellows who don't play much anyway. But they're going to play on Monday.
Yeah. Curran's the quarterback. Hoyle, the deep back, in the eye. It's a slot to the left. Curran gives the ball to Bryce, and Bryce drives across the 50 to the Mainland 47-yard line. Bryce is a strong little guy. They call him Tank. Does mostly blocking in this offense, but he picked up some yardage last week.
Wonder if they could put a rule that would be if you get 35 points ahead, you have to take your starters out.
Well,
that'd be hard to police, and some teams probably don't have 22 guys.
That's a final. Buna beat Bridgeton 28-6, so Buna's 2-0. Curran up under center. Second about 7. Gives the ball to Hoyle. Hoyle runs through the line, drives, keeps his feet, pulls out of the line, races down the left sideline, and is caught from behind. Looked like he was about to break into the open, but a great tackle out there by Don Beretta, 5'8" sophomore. Just got him around the ankles and made the tackle, but a big gain for Greg Hoyle.
Yeah, see, I got to think, you know, Mainland has their reserves in. Ocean City should be doing the same, and they do. That's a little surprised to see Greg Coyle carry the ball there. I mean, the Raiders do have used 2 quarterbacks all game long, so, you know, one of them's got to be playing.
Mark Implazio is the next quarterback. That's Mark with a C. He's the son of Coach Mark Implazio and a sophomore. Here's Bonato off the left side, opening. Bonato shoots inside the 5, and he's down to about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I said that I was surprised Mainland still had their starters in the game, and I'm especially surprised Ocean City does under 2 minutes some of their starters, and you know, I guess they just want to get points on the board.
Ocean City gets on the scoreboard here with 1.5 minutes to go. Big run by Joe Bonato takes the ball down to the 2-yard line, and then it was Sean Bryce who went in from there, and they score with 1:30 to avoid a shutout, which was obviously the intention. They left their first offensive unit on while Mainland had substituted its entire defensive unit, and they just, you know, wanted something positive to take home, regardless of the circumstances. Matt Lombardi will hold. Chris Curran to kick. He's 15 for 15 in extra points in his career. Ball is down. The kick is up. It's high enough. It's long enough. It's good. And Chris Curran is good with the extra point. And it's 56-7. Mainland leading Ocean City. And the Raiders will kick off.
Well, I've stopped keeping the stats.
That's
because
okay.
at this point, as Les Kiter used to say, the only thing that remains here is the final arithmetic.
Yeah.
And that arithmetic's going to be on the scoreboard. As you said, I guess the Raiders just looking to get avoid the shutout. But, you know, as far as Mainland's concerned, they're going to tell their kids, you got the shutout. We took our first string defense off the field, and it's very possible if the same thing happened in Vineland. Vineland scored, I don't know, but they scored in the final minutes of the game, so it may be that Mainland's starting off defense has not been scored upon this year. It's not too late to go to Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th and the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Gillian's will be open every weekend in September from noon to 11 p.m., as well as the first 2 weekends in October, though I'd call over and check this weekend before I go over to Gillian's because the weather might have an impact. They're also proud to sponsor Raider Profiles, dedicated to Ocean City's senior athletes at OceanCitySports.com. The summer continues through October 12th at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th and the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Visit them at Gillians.com and on Asbury Avenue at downtown Gillian's. Here comes Curran's kick. It's a high end-over-end kick, and it's going to be taken at about the 7 or 8 yard line, straight up the middle, through a tackle, hit hard at about the 29-yard line and goes down there. So Mainland will put it into play from its own 29. That was Kevin Mays on the return with 1 minute and 1 second left. Yeah, and it can't end soon enough. This is not a typical Mainland Ocean City game we talked about earlier. But again, you know, I can't say this was unexpected, Tom. I mean, maybe 55, 56 points is unexpected, but
That was a timeout, apparently, with 44.2 seconds left. Mainland has called time. I guess they have. Somebody's called timeout. Both coaches are out there on the field. If you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. At Halliday Leonard, they'll consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. They even added the second floor to the Cary Stadium press box. Get your ideas together. Take them to Halliday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or phone them at 398-5 5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality. Okay, Mainland out of the huddle. They'll take the snap. Probably this is the last play. The clock won't stop no matter what they do. Matter of fact, he's going down to a knee. You can tell by the way Mainland's lined up. So he drops to a knee to get the clock started, and it will run out. We also remind you that the player of the game selection is sponsored by Grace Realty of Ocean City and Marmora. Since 1947, Grace has been serving the homeowners of America's greatest family resort. If you're thinking of buying, selling, or renting, you should phone Harry Vanderslice or Phil McCaffrey at 398-6200 or 390-3303 in Marmora. Grace Realty, 34th and Central in Ocean City, 904 South Shore Road in Marmora, and online at gracerealty.com. The player of the game is also sponsored by Aziza Bottled Water. Look for Aziza Bottled Water at your favorite store. It's convenient, it's refreshing, and it is healthy. Aziza Bottled Water, that's A-Z-I-Z-A for Aziza. So Mainland wins it here, 56-7 over Ocean City. Highest point total by one team in this series that started back in 1961. And they go to 3-0. Here's another final. Absegami has beaten Millville 21-14. So Mainland has a week off. They'll play Holy Spirit here in 2 weeks. Ocean City plays next week up in Vineland. Vineland is 0-3. Ocean City is 0-2, and Ocean City is 1-1. We'll take a 2-minute break here. We'll be back with the player of the game and a wrap of this contest. You're listening to Cape Atlantic League Football on 94.3 WILW.